So today I dropped a big chunk of change on my bike and I went out and bought a sick mod. I'm really proud of this. It adds a lot of function to the bike. Here, take a look. What is up, dudes? Today we're gonna have a little chat on my way to work this afternoon. Oh my god, I gotta slow down. Didn't even realize how fast I was going, but I'm gonna talk briefly about when, how, and why I went about buying my first motorcycle. I've had this motorcycle for about a month now, or actually a little bit over a month. I bought it mid-July last month. And I've already put about 2,500 miles on it in the month and a half that I've owned it. I've already made a lot of dumb mistakes on it. I've already learned a lot from those mistakes. Worst mistake so far, it actually made me crash. I was going about 7 miles an hour and I laid it down on the left side, broke off a mirror, got some road rash on my leg. It was like less than 6 inches worth of road rash, but anyway, the bike's got some scrapes and scratches on the left hand side. I'll throw a picture up. But that's the only damage the bike has so far, due to my negligence and my inexperience. But I'm not too bummed out about scratching it up like that. It does not bother me a whole lot. I didn't buy this bike to look pretty. I bought it to learn on and to have fun. And those scratches do not hinder my fun having in any way. Especially since I don't even plan to fix it, so it's not a cash loss right up front. Moving on. I decided on a 650 mainly because of cost and the cost of insurance. The 650 wasn't that much higher to insure than a 300 or 500, and it was drastically cheaper than a 600, which is what I really wanted. I would have loved to start it on a 600, but the 650 is definitely more than enough than what I need. The 600 is just something that I would have wanted, and I definitely would have had more fun on it. But I'm already doing things I definitely should not be doing on this bike, and it is way less powerful than the 600 I wanted. So it is probably a good thing I ended up going with the 650 and not a 600. It kind of forces me to keep it a little bit more sane, even though the things I'm already doing are not sane at all. Especially since I've only been riding a month. But the main reason that I bought the motorcycle in the first place, I really want to talk about that. The main reason I bought the motorcycle is not because I have a long history with motorcycles. I actually have very little history with motorcycles. I rode a dirt bike like 6 years ago for like 10 minutes, and it was a terrifying experience because I had no idea what I was doing. I never even shifted it. I just kept it in third gear the whole time. And I never stopped moving because I didn't know how to shift. It was like someone was like, here, hop on, I'll start it, and I'll let you go. It was that kind of thing. I had fun on it. It was a fun experience, but it did not motivate me to go out and buy a motorcycle. What motivated me to go out and buy a motorcycle is the massive YouTubing, motovlogging community. So many videos of you guys having fun, just cruising, like driving to work like I'm right now. You make it sound so much fun, or you guys made it sound so much fun, and it truly is. Me driving to work right now is the funnest thing I'm gonna do today. And it's not because I live a boring life that I think that it's so much fun. I've done a lot of fun stuff in my life, guys. I've climbed mountains. I've gone on month-long expeditions into the Rocky Mountains. I've gone scuba diving in the Florida Keys, swam with some sharks. I've done a bunch of water sports. I've gone wakeboarding, tubing, paragliding. Not paragliding. What's that freaking called? You ride on a parachute behind a boat. I don't know what it's called, but I freaking did it, okay? I did that. It was fun. But anyway, I've done some fun things in my life. I've had a lot of great experiences. I've made a lot of lifelong friends that I know I'm going to have for the rest of my life. But even after all those experiences, I regret not buying this motorcycle years ago. I wish I would have made a motorcycle my first vehicle to give me the most amount of time on this thing, or on any motorcycle. I wouldn't even have cared if it was a 250 when I was 17 buying my first truck. I would have been, my life could have been changed so long ago. And the only thing I regret is not buying one sooner. Any motorcycle, even a scooter. Yeah, I said it. I would have had more fun on a scooter than in my car or in my truck. I would have been introduced to this world that I knew nothing about so many years ago. And I'm definitely gonna try and share this this lifestyle with as many people as I can. I'm gonna try and motivate them whenever possible to go out and buy a motorcycle. Any motorcycle. Anything. Motorcycling has definitely changed my life for the better, and I've only had this thing for a month and a half. I cannot wait to become more experienced. I have so many goals that I want to do on this specific motorcycle. I want to take her to the track. I want to go cross country on this thing. I got to get some, you know, one of those luggage rack things that go on the back seat. Got to get one of those things so I can take it across the country. I want to go exploring on this thing. Every day so far that I've had off, and I don't have plans with my lady friend, I'm out riding this thing. I have a wicked farmer's tan. I'll show you a picture right now. Just because I've been riding this so much, and it's every second I spend on this thing, I'm ear to ear grinning from just how much fun I'm having just riding this thing around cruising. I have no idea why going from a cage to this and taking the same old route to work, I have no idea why it has changed so much. My entire outlook of the day is different. When I wake up and it's time to go to work and I have to get in my car, it is nearly depressing compared to the feelings I get knowing that I need to go outside and put on my helmet to get on this thing. The comparison is not even, you can't even put it into words, guys. I can't anyway. It is just too much for me to explain to you. And none of my family members or even my girlfriend really gets it. They don't understand what they think it's a phase that I'm going through or something. And I really don't think it is. I think it's something that's going to stick with me for the rest of my life until I die, probably on this motorcycle. And don't take that as in, I think it's worth dying over. I really don't think it's worth killing yourself on. But it is definitely worth living that experience. Knowing and living and carrying on knowing that you've done this, that is what makes it worth it. And not just once or twice, living knowing that you do it continually. I'm sure you're tired of hearing about me go on about that, so I think you get the point. How this is the best thing I've ever done in my life. But anyway, now that you understand how into this I am, I can tell you about my plans for this YouTube channel. I really wanted to document my experiences and my learning curve on this bike from day one, like from the moment I got on this motorcycle. But after thinking about that more and more, it occurred to me that it might not be the smartest thing to be trying to focus on talking to you guys, dealing with the camera and all that, while I'm trying to learn. And after I decided that I wasn't going to do that, and I got on the bike and I was learning, it became very obvious to me that I made the right choice, because I had to focus all of my attention on learning how to handle this thing right at the bat. I feel like it came naturally to me, but even so, I had a lot of close calls right at the beginning, and I feel like those close calls would have been a little different if I had been focusing on anything other than riding. So, I'm sorry you guys missed out on my learning experiences, but in some later videos I'll definitely go back and recap what happened exactly and how I learned and all that. I'm sure that'll make a nice video. But I bought this motorcycle new because I've never had a good experience buying a used vehicle, and I've gone through about 5 now, and I didn't feel like motorcycles would be any different with my luck, so I decided that it had to be new. It had to be new, and that's what I did. I went out and bought a new motorcycle. That way, even if I lay it down some more, make it look ugly, I know it's still gonna run like a champ. That's what I bought it for, reliability. That's why I bought new. By the time I need to sell this bike, I want it to be still running well for the next person I sell it to. That's what matters to me. Who knows, maybe I'll get over my desire for a 600 and just keep this bike forever. Who am I kidding? No, I'm not. I'm gonna buy a 600 as soon as I can. Might even skip the 600, might go for 1,000. Who knows? I'll probably end up doing that, getting something bigger than a 600. But in the meantime, I am enjoying this bike quite thoroughly. Thank you very much. This is a great bike so far. I've had a lot of fun on it so far, and even if I totaled it tomorrow, or if it got stolen tomorrow, something, if I couldn't ride it anymore, I would say it was worth it. For the whole money, even if I was all that money in the hole, and I got to keep my experiences I've already had on this bike, I would say it was worth it. Because I would have the motivation needed to go out and buy a new bike the next day. Hell, I would have 2 loans. Screw it. I cannot, there's no way I could give this up. And here I go rambling on it again, guys, but I just cannot, I cannot explain it well enough. That's why I keep going back to it. Guys, this is just, it's the best thing I've had. It's the best thing I've ever had, and I don't think anything's gonna top it. Except a newer, faster bike. That's the only thing that's gonna top it. My goal for this video is, I hope it motivates you to go out and buy it, just from the way I feel about buying my first motorcycle. I hope it motivates you to go out and buy a motorcycle, just for that reason. Because you should. It'll change your life, period. It will. Even if you're terrified of it at first, just get back on that horse and keep trying. Eventually it'll change your freaking life. Freaking life, man. It'll change your freaking life. What else did I want to talk about? Oh yeah, my plans for this channel. Before I got sidetracked back there. My plans for this channel are big, guys. I got big plans for this channel. I want this channel to follow me all the way up into my future plans of buying my new motorcycle, or my next motorcycle. I still got to put a lot of miles on this bike before I justify buying a new one. The only time I would buy another motorcycle before I put at least 50,000 miles on this one is if something happens to this one and I can't ride it anymore. Hold that to me, guys. If I start talking about buying a new one, make sure I put at least 50,000 on this one. Make sure I do it, guys. I'm trusting you. But anyway, I want to have a bunch of different video playlist series, different video series of different things that I'm doing on the motorcycle. I already have one series with one video in it already. I know. I got a lot of content, guys. Chill out. But I have LOL Lulz Day, and that is going to be just me being myself, having a blast, riding around with my buddies, or by myself. Who knows? I'll be squeaking this at people. This thing. Be squeaking that at people, waving at people, having fun, having a blast, whatever, cruising around. It's just going to be a montage of action clips. You know, no silences, no long rants, maybe a little rant. Who knows? It's going to be kind of what I hope my channel revolves around. That's going to be my main series, so I hope you guys enjoy that. First video was kind of like my testing with the video editor. It was my first time ever using it, and that's what it came out looking like. And I personally think it's better than some of the videos that I've seen that are actually really popular, but it is by nowhere near the best video I've ever seen. So I'm not cocky about it. I just know it's better than most of the videos I've seen. So I'm gonna try and increase the quality even further from what I already have. So keep that in mind. But I've got plans for other series. I just don't have enough footage of me doing that stuff yet to make a video on it. So I'm gonna actively be recording and making more clips for me to compile a video out of. So just be patient with these series that I have planned. Another series that I have planned is going to be about me talking about my experiences growing up without a dad, because I did that. And that series is going to include things like advice on buying your first car, all the way down to freaking how I shave and what works best for me with shaving. It's just going to be a wide variety of topics is what I'm trying to say. So I know that one's not going to be super popular as compared to the montage clips, but that series is going to be where I'm going to share my personal opinions and experiences. It's going to be more of a monologue type video. There's a lot of people who enjoy that type of video, but there's even more who don't. So if you don't like it, don't watch it. It's up to you, man. Or ladies. It's up to you, ladies. I've got a lot of other series plans, but I'm not sure if they're actually gonna, like, if I'm gonna have enough footage to make a series dedicated to that topic. So they might just get merged into LOL Lulz Day, and just certain of those videos will be dedicated, like every 5 or 10 LOL Lulz Day episodes. One will come out dedicated for biker hunting, which is an idea I have of hunting down random bikers and introducing myself, telling them I have a YouTube channel, seeing if they want to join our Facebook biker group that we use to set up group rides. And it's going to be about me just doing that, just hunting down random bikers, saying hi, making friends, all that good stuff. So I don't know if I'm going to have enough footage of me doing that to make a series, so it might just get pushed into LOL Lulz Day. But I'm at work now, so that's about all I have time for today. I'll be keeping you guys heavily updated on my plans and what's going to be happening with my channel. So just subscribe and keep an eye out for new videos. I'm going to be pumping them out here shortly. Enjoy.